Hello, beautiful souls. Welcome to this reading. If you're new, thank you for stopping by. My name is Infinity, and this is Magnetize Yourself, where we talk about life, love, spirituality, and of course, the law of attraction. As many of you know, I specialize in twin flame content and readings, and I channel these every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday at 12 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So be sure to subscribe if you are a twin flame, to check back on those days and times if you would like to get regular energy updates for the Twin Flame Collective. Also, if you would like me to channel for you specifically in this short message, this short reading video, I do recommend subscribing for that reason as well, and also liking this video because both of these virtual actions ties you in with this beautiful collective here. And because of that, I am able to more easily pick up on your energy and the energy of your situation with your person. Now, with all of that being said, this is not one of my usual general collective twin flame readings. In fact, I am not setting the intention for this necessarily to be a twin flame reading video at all. I simply was feeling that this message needed to come through. I am leaving it open-ended so that we can simply allow the message to come forth however it's meant to come forth in this reading. So if twin flame cards do start to come up, I will let you know about that. But otherwise, I'm going to channel whatever comes through. So let me start by shuffling the Energy Oracle Cards deck and share with you why I felt guided to make this reading and what energy I was intuitively picking up on. So in my other reading, I am posting simultaneous with this reading video. I called this other video something along the lines of a divine feminine is feeling especially tired or worn down, and here's why. I don't know exactly what I'm going to title that video, but it will be something about the divine feminine feeling tired or drained. And although that video itself ended up being mostly about addressing the feelings of tiredness or heaviness that these particular divine feminines were feeling at this time, this video is to address something that came up powerfully at the beginning of that video, but I didn't really get a chance to speak on it or channel about it in depth. And this was one line from that reading where I channeled the message that there was a divine feminine who was terrified that she was in love with a ghost. Now, I do feel for many this will resonate as a twin flame message, although keep in mind, again, I am leaving this open-ended. So if you are someone who has this feeling in a love relationship at this time, which by the way, these readings are timeless, so take it however and whenever it reaches you. But if you are someone who has been feeling as though you are afraid, but afraid doesn't really begin to address it, because this is someone who is terrified. This is someone terrified because they are afraid that in this love connection, they're going to be the one left holding the bag. They're going to be left standing. And I really heard them saying again. So I feel like something has already occurred between them and their person that could have broken trust or created this fear, this dynamic of I am terrified of being played or looking like a fool. But specifically, the fear isn't even so much about being played in the end or losing out in the end, because as we know, love and relationships can change on the turn of a hat, a dime. I can't remember the right saying, but you know what I mean. They are ever shifting and changing, like the seasons of the planet, like the tides of the ocean. And I feel this person has the spiritual awareness and understanding to acknowledge that changes are natural. It's not the change that they're worried about. It is the true fear is that the person they are in love with right now actually doesn't exist, or is just some kind of ideal or illusion that they are projecting onto the physical person. I literally saw this strange visual of someone literally with a projector, but the projected image is just like a moving image of a person. And I see this feminine energy, which by the way can be a man or a woman, this masculine feminine dynamic. It's not connected to a specific biological gender or anything like that. But this specific feminine person is afraid that they are like projecting with this kind of metaphoric projector, this image of a person that is then overlaying over this physical person. But when they reach out for what they think this person is, it's like they're afraid that they are grasping at nothing here. And so it's this person, if this is you, I want to address your fear here and give you or help you reconnect inwardly with some clarity about what could be going on within you or within this specific love relationship, which again, I feel for many will be a twin flame, but that may not resonate with everyone. We'll see what comes up. So the words instruments and farm came out from the Love Word Scramble. For those of you who are new, the Love Word Scramble is a tool I use to channel specific words. These words tend to apply very hyper-specifically to specific individuals, so they will not connect with everyone. With the word instruments, I actually heard musical instrument, so someone could be a musician here. With the word farm, it's interesting because the word farm kept coming up in my most recent Twin Flame Collective reading, which was released earlier today, which is February the 18th, for those of you watching at a different time. So someone could live on a farm or live in a rural area or a farm or the countryside. That word countryside was coming out here. That might be significant to someone. The appreciation card reversed is the first card to come out here. And instantly what I picked up is the feminine I am channeling here has felt underappreciated by this person or situation, undervalued. She said, I know my worth and this isn't it. I am worth so much more than this. Or she feels as though she was deeply undervalued or underappreciated by this masculine within this love relationship or connection. What else is this feminine feeling right now? First chakra in the reverse position. So some imbalances in the root chakra coming up here. I heard fears, that this is where the fears are coming from. Wow, okay, these are very, very deep-seated, highly unconscious fears coming up for this feminine. Not unconscious in the sense that she doesn't know she's afraid, because she can tell she's feeling this, I heard low-level anxiety. So when these deeply unconscious fears come up, it may manifest for her as I felt this kind of physical discomfort in my lower stomach or abdomen. So there could be uncomfortable physical sensations, especially in the abdomen or stomach area, that come up when this fear surfaces. It could also show itself in, again, low-level emotional anxiety. I heard panic attacks, anxious feelings that seem to come out of nowhere, wanting to cry all of a sudden. I'm channeling just different things that are coming through from this divine feminine. And I hear her saying, I know that it's there, but I don't fully understand where it's coming from. And this is because this fear is really deeply seated. When the root chakra comes up, this speaks to the most primal parts of our programming, the most subconscious parts of the mind, sometimes even belief patterns we pick up from our family line. Generational curses are also stored in the root chakra. So this could be some kind of limiting belief or fear that was handed down to this divine feminine generationally. It could be some kind of a family dynamic or pattern, but we will get into that. Anxiety in the reverse position. I hear this divine feminine saying, self-judging this anxious feeling or these anxious feelings or physical sensations, saying, I don't want to feel this way anymore. Why am I feeling this way? Why is this divine feminine feeling this anxiousness? What is the true source of these deep-seated fears? By the way, I will be leaving links to both my root chakra activation as well as my deep anxiety relief subliminals for you tonight, Divine Feminine, wherever you are listening. I feel that for those of you who are members on my website, soundandsoulful.com, where I have sound therapy tools and resources in the form of subliminal meditations, for those of you who are members here, I feel you would really benefit from these sound therapy tools that really address those lower chakra centers where we store those deep-seated fears, feelings of anxiety. So you may want to add those to your playlist tonight, or just explore those affirmations and see if they connect with you. For those of you who aren't yet members, you can sign up for a 7-day free trial account on my website. I will be leaving more information on that in the pinned comment and description box for you as well. So let's speak to how this divine feminine specifically is feeling anxious in regards to this kind of dynamic of fearing that I just keep hearing this fear of being in love with potential or in love with an ideal. The word ring came out, also the word hurry. So there could be some concept of time limitation coming up with these feelings. With the word ring, someone could be married here, or there could be a divorce situation, but really what I'm most strongly hearing from this ring card is the concept of commitments, a commitment that this divine feminine desired or still desires from this masculine that she either feels as though she didn't get, or as I was saying that a card flew out. Let's see how this connects. Yeah, this card is the storm warning card. This energy oracle cards deck does not have a literal tower card in it, but if it did have a tower card, the equivalent of that tower card would be the storm warning card, in my opinion. And so this speaks to that kind of tower moment, that pressure building. I'm hearing like a tea kettle that boils water inside of it, and then there's that pressure buildup, and then all of a sudden it starts whistling. And I feel like there's a divine feminine here who metaphorically reached her boiling points, her breaking points. So much pressure built up in this situation that it finally had to be released in some way through some kind of physical modality that I'm seeing as either some kind of an explosive interaction and arguments, or even potentially some kind of physical walking away. I see like a breakup. I see something that happened very jarringly and very suddenly, but this was also something that I feel happened in the past. And whatever this was, I feel that it almost felt as though it came out of nowhere to one party in this situation, but to the other party, there was this knowing, this understanding that this was really just the inevitable release of pressure that had been built up and ignored or left unaddressed within this connection or situation for a long period of time. I do again feel that for most listening, this was something that occurred in the past. And I heard it's like now what this feminine is feeling is almost the fallout of this situation. So what is the fallout that this divine feminine is feeling from this right now? What is the fallout from this situation? Let's see if we can pull the card for this. Attachments in the upright position. I heard still feeling attached and yet feeling distanced. I feel this person saying, I don't know how to cut this tie or break this attachment. This could be a very deep soul connection, if not even potentially a twin flame connection. Yeah, the crown chakra card came out to confirm that. So the crown chakra, of course, speaks to divine connection. So I feel as though this is some form of soul connection, and that is why this situation has become so confusing, and in that confusion has actually become a bit terrifying for this person, because what you are dealing with, whoever you are resonating with this, you're dealing with a very deep soul connection. And if it is a twin flame connection, this spiritual relationship you share with this person, this bond, is now confounded by the fact that you are incapable of severing this connection. I hear this person saying, I can pack my things, I can leave, I cannot speak to you, I can distance myself from you, but I can never get away from you. I will always feel you everywhere I go. You are present with me all the time. Getting back to that ghost metaphor, like a ghost that haunts me, but not in a specific haunted house or physical location, but almost like this ghost that is attached to me. It's this memory of how we once were and how you once were in our physical connection, but also the embodiment of what I desire us to be in the future that I'm now beginning to worry may only be an illusion or a fantasy that my heart has constructed, so I don't have to feel the full-fledged pain. Although the reason I hesitated in saying that is because this person is in a lot of pain, but at the same time, they're holding on to this element of what their ego fears to be fantasy or illusion, this projection or hope or wish into the future that's actually coming from the past. It's like, I want us to be again what we once were. I'm strongly getting a lot of twin flame energy from this with that crown chakra card coming out. And also because twin flames often experience this kind of love bubble phase with one another early on in their connection that causes them to get this kind of glimpse into what reunion between them would look like and feel like in the future. And I feel as though it's almost like the person I'm channeling here is nostalgic for or remembering this love bubble phase with their person, how their person was during that time, and how the relationship felt, the warmth, the feeling of connectedness, not just that they still feel energetically and spiritually, but a connectedness that was more manifest and more present at that time in the physical as well. So now that we've kind of channeled how this person is feeling, I want to know what the masculine on the other side of this wants to say about this situation. So I'm actually going to pull some shoebox messages for this. So what does the masculine want to say on a higher self level to the feminine about this? Dreams. I see you in my dreams. I reach out to you, but I feel as though you're not there, which is ironic in many ways because I know that I'm the one that pushed you away, and actually that realization and that knowing of my own role in creating this disconnect and pushing you away is part of what causes or makes the awakening from these dreams of you, whether these are literal dreams or daydreams, visions of you and being with you, what makes them all the more painful is knowing I played a hand in causing this separateness that creates so much pain in my waking hours. This is hard for me. Well, that's pretty self-explanatory from this masculine. Apologies. I want to come through with some kind of apology, and yet I feel almost this tongue-tied feeling of, but what would I even say? How do I even begin to apologize? Longing. So here I am, dreaming of you, visioning you, longing for you, sitting in my pain, wanting to apologize, and yet not knowing what to say, struggling with my words, and at the same time feeling so much intense longing for you. In fact, I hear this masculine saying, this longing between us is mirrored on this higher self level. He is acknowledging, Divine Feminine, that you are feeling this nostalgia for the past and this longing for it to be the same way again. And the strange thing is this masculine is mirroring that same longing for harmonious reconnection, for harmonious reunion. Yeah, happy family in the upright. This is the number 4 card. I'm sensing some of you may be seeing a lot of the number 444, but also I did see the number 2112 on the recording timer. So you could be seeing some of the number 21 or the number 12 in different combinations. The first chakra reversed. So this masculine with happy family upright in first chakra reversed. It's funny, these are the same cards that came out for the feminine. I can't remember if it was earlier in this reading or in the other reading I just recorded and posted as well. But this is showing the mirror dynamic, which once again is speaking to me that this may be a twin flame connection. Because just like you, Divine Feminine, were saying that you were longing for this stability, for this reunion kind of energy, for this reconnection. This masculine is saying the same thing and also sharing in that deep-seated fear that I said was stored deeply unconsciously in that root chakra center. That terrified feeling, this masculine is saying, I'm scared too. I'm terrified too. The Sun card reversed speaks to a delay and a new beginning, and this card has been coming out a lot in my recent collective twin flame readings. 6th chakra, the third eye chakra in the upright position. It's almost as though this masculine is saying, I am scared of this conscious realization I am now having that we share this deep soul bonds, because I am also aware of everything I did to sabotage or to disconnect from you in some way. And now that I'm consciously, through my spiritual awakening, downloading this powerful realization of who you are to me, it's like this masculine is remembering you, Divine Feminine, and then feeling agony in this remembrance. And when I say remembering you, I mean remembering on a soul level, on an unconscious level, this bond you share, not just through this lifetime, but in every lifetime prior. It's almost like I see this masculine, this man awakening from a dream and putting his hands or holding his head in his hands and saying, oh my God, I can't believe that I did that, feeling so much agony, so much regrets, and then a lot of fear coming up with that as well. And once again, I feel that for the masculine, this fear is because it's like, I now realize, Divine Feminine, what you are to me. And I also realize with Goddess of the Moon reverse, just how disconnected I've been from you. And I see this person also looking down this long and winding path, and the path is leading them home. And in this metaphor, this masculine is saying, I now realize how far I've gone from home, meaning from that state of connectedness, of reunion with you, Divine Feminine, and I just want to go home. But I now see that that is going to be and is this long and arduous journey. And there's also this fear of time limitation coming up for the masculine as well that I said I was sensing from the feminine. This fear of, I'm afraid I won't be able to make it home to you in time. It's like he's starting to take this journey to this metaphoric home, this reunion together, but it's requiring of him with Angel of Balance reversed this deep level inner integration, this rebalancing that has to happen in its own time. And there is this fear on some level, potentially the unconscious level, with the root chakra card coming up here reversed, that he is not going to be able to make it home to you, Divine Feminine, in time. Of course, we're speaking in a very abstract, very metaphorical way. I'm also feeling a little bit of a migraine on the left side of my head all of a sudden, and some head pressure. So this can actually indicate, with this combined with the sixth chakra, the third eye chakra coming up here, can indicate some either these physical sensations, you or the masculine are getting head pressure, migraines, etc. But also energetically, this can speak to this powerful realization, this download of newfound spiritual consciousness and spiritual awakening that is happening for the masculine. That ultimately is what is bringing him back home, because he's opening his eyes to the fact that he has been so far disconnected from that home space within himself. Wow, really powerful message coming through from this masculine. And I do just want to get one final Rumi oracle card for this situation. By the way, if you would like to utilize my sound therapy tools, especially if you are someone who identifies as a twin flame, because this has turned into most likely a very twin flame centric kind of reading. So if you are a twin flame, I would really recommend exploring my twin flame subliminals. Subliminals are a really powerful tool for deeply reprogramming your subconscious mind, clearing out any negative energies that weigh us down energetically through the portal of the subconscious mind. So I will be leaving more information on my top recommended subliminal for twin flame shifting and healing. And this is my 7 chakra twin flame clearing subliminal. So the link to this will be in the pinned comment and description box under this video. But the card I pulled from the Rumi Oracle is From Nothing to Everything. And I'm going to just close this short reading by channeling a few messages about this from the guidebook. So the guidebook poem is, "Oh, my friends, if you are longing to be written on, become a blank page." Rumi. And the guidebook also says, "Have you been shedding your skins, your layers, your certainties? Gone are fixed identities and definite opinions. Keep casting those shackles aside. Even if you fear, you are releasing too much, and then perhaps you shall cease to exist. You shall only cease to exist as you have known yourself to be thus far. Another emanation of you awaits, blazing angel, something more beautiful and true. Yet here you are at the pruning stage, like a gardener for the soul. Shall the garden spring back to life, or will the enthusiastic, denuding process be rather too much and unintentionally kill off the garden altogether? Fear not. Your soul is made of hardy stuff. It can handle a lot of calling and will. will shine even brighter for it. I really hope this message reached whatever beautiful soul who is part of our collective or who even may be new here may have needed to hear it tonight. If this message was for you, please be sure to leave me a comment under this video. Let me know how you're doing, what resonated with you from this reading. Also, be sure to subscribe if you haven't yet to join our beautiful community here on YouTube. The link to the Twin Flame 7 Chakra Clearing Subliminal, I would really recommend for you to explore if you connected with this reading, is in the pinned comment and description box. I hope you have a beautiful, magnificent rest of your day, and I will talk to you again in the next reading.